morning, everyone, and welcome to East Venture Summit 2025. I would like to extend our appreciation to all our CEOs, business partners, limited partners, who made time to attend today's summit. A warm welcome to Mr. Pandu Syahril, our investor, who also happens to be the CIO of Danantara, the newest sovereign wealth fund from Indonesia. And also Pak Frankie, who couldn't be with us today, and Bu Jesslyn Wijaya, who despite their busy schedules running a very large organization, always make time to attend our event in full. They also happen to be our very first limited partners. This is the first time we are holding summit in Singapore, and we look forward to host more events here in the future. Since our last summit, we have witnessed 2 elections in the country that we focus on, Indonesia and Singapore. Citizens in both nations gave strong mandates to their respective leaders, forming governments that we believe are confident and ready to lead. While campaigning and polling in Singapore took place over just 3 weeks, very efficient, Indonesia election season lasted for months. During Indonesia campaign season, most businesses and investors tend to adapt a wait-and-see approach before making any big decision. But that didn't apply to us. We remained just as active as ever, focus on what we set out to achieve. As we always said, we only stop investing when there is no more great entrepreneurs. Since capital inflow into the region slowed in mid-2022, we have been laser focused on recalibrating our portfolio to stay relevant. Many of you have had tough discussion with us, especially when we hold a board seat. But I believe those tough discussions shaped where we are today. And now you are here, standing proudly and confident with what you have achieved. Probably a quick show of hands. How many of you, among of you CEOs, that have hit EBITDA positive months? Okay, I see Winston, Chris, Andre, Wersik, Circlo. Wow, I couldn't see. Too many people. Yeah. Okay. As deal volume in the region declines, the media starts running out of story. So when they do find something, they often amplify controversial narrative. We believe in balanced media, but not one with persistently clickbait reader with negativity. That doesn't help at all for our industry. Southeast Asia now sending a wrong headline to the world. That doesn't help our ecosystem, and we need to change that. Just as darkness is the absence of light, we must shine more lights on the good news. Each of us, part of this ecosystem, has a role to play. And all of us together must consistently work smarter and tell the world that real work being done. At East Ventures, we also reconfigure our approach, finding the gaps and charging forward wherever opportunity arises. Last year, we completed the inauguration of our continuation fund, helping investors from older fund vintage to exit. Thanks to Caller for Caller Capital. Karen, are you here? No? Okay. We also formed a partnership with SV Investment to launch the East Venture South Korea Fund. Thanks to Mr. Won Ho Hong for the partnership. And we listed one of our incubation, Forex Coffee, amid Trump's Liberation Day, and 2 trading halts on the Indonesia Stock Exchange. Fico and Fahmi are here together with us. And fortunately, all went well. It sent a strong signal, positive signal, across the region. Fore IPO was oversubscribed by 200 times. And to all the CEO in this room, that is our IPO baseline now. It's a music to the ears of the LP. In new terms, the macro situation isn't helping us. High geopolitical tension, a persistent tariff war, constant news on nations on the brink of conflict, relocation of asset classes, slowing on consumption in Indonesia, and even a recalibration of global supply chain, including for Singapore. All of this weighs on sentiment and businesses. But companies that learn, adapt, and build strong foundation will defy it. And that's why we are here today, to show the region that we don't follow gravity. We defy gravity. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Roderick Purwana, Managing Partner of East Ventures, to the stage. Rod, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Wilson, and good morning, everyone. Let's give another round of applause for that opening message, Defying Gravity. What an energizing start to this year's East Venture Summit. The message we just heard about defying gravity resonates deeply in today's climate. Because if there's one constant in the world right now, it's uncertainty. Around the globe, capital markets are being reshaped by a new reality. The era of easy money is over. High interest rates are no longer seen as transitory. The US is balancing between a soft landing and a hard reality. Europe is grappling with energy costs and political fragmentation. China is navigating a complex domestic transition while recalibrating its global posture. And through it all, capital is moving differently, more cautious, more concentrated, more conditional. In technology, the breakthroughs are undeniable, especially in AI and data infrastructure. But they're unfolding alongside rising concerns around regulation, national security, and ethics of innovation. We're living in a time of extraordinary opportunity, but also one marked by fragmentation and caution. And yet, amidst all of this, a new wave of conviction is quietly emerging. Southeast Asia, and especially Indonesia, sits at the heart of this new momentum. With a growing digital economy, a young and productive population, and the political will to attract long-term capital, the fundamentals remain strong. But optimism alone is not enough. Execution now matters more than ever. Policy clarity, capital discipline, and global competitiveness are no longer optional. They are essential. So throughout the summit today, you'll hear a range of perspectives from different thought leaders addressing the challenges and opportunities ahead of us. But to kick things off, we'll be joined today by a couple of leaders who aren't just observing Indonesia's transformation, but actively shaping them. First of all, we have Pak Pandu Syahrir, Chief Investment Officer of Danantara, Indonesia's newest sovereign wealth fund. Pandu has worn many hats: investor, operator, and now steward of long-term national capital. At Danantara, he's focused on transformative sectors like energy, logistics, and among others, digital infrastructure, helping position Indonesia for the future. He's also a longtime advocate of the tech ecosystem, someone who knows how to turn vision into real, actionable progress. Joining him today will be Jesslyn Wijaya. Jesslyn is third generation from Sinarmas Group. Sinarmas is one of Indonesia's most respected, largest, and diversified business groups. From agribusiness to energy, telco, property, and fintech, It covers many things. At Sinarmas, Jaslyn has championed innovation and sustainability long before they become mainstream. So together, this is a rare and powerful public-private perspective on what it takes to move a country forward and the roles that all of you here today, entrepreneurs, LPs, and institutions, can play in that journey.